How many times have we said this throughout our insurance career? Hey, can I just have a minute of your time? Hey, I just need a second, just honestly, like I promise, like you've never needed to talk about your insurance more than you do right now with me because I am that awesome. What if that could be reversed? What if the first time somebody calls you, it starts with, oh, thank you, I just need a minute of your time. I'm sure you're busy, but could you please help me with my insurance problem?
I would think from a young agent's perspective, if you don't have an ownership position in the agency that you're in, it's probably best when you have an idea, not to try to force it down the principal's throat, but more show them that this will work.
Yeah.
And I think probably, the consumer's changed a lot, and the way we deliver our product to the consumer has to change with the consumer.
So this is a lot of things that are changing. None of this is necessarily to say that these are the things that we have to be doing, but what ultimately is changing is where the relationship starts. And if we're putting ourselves in a position to actually be there when it does, and it might look and feel different to everybody in this room, and really where that relationship starts. And the crazy thing that I didn't think was gonna happen when I kind of started this journey was the level of appreciation that comes with starting the relationship in the right place.
You said it perfectly. It's what they're taking away from it. We may not assume that our consumer who's listening to us talk about water and sewer backup or whatever it is, they're kind of looking at us with like, glassed over eyes, and really they are taking some stuff out of it. That's why, just because you guys know me, I can just talk forever. That's why I love quote vids, right? But one thing that I liked about what Matt always says, and Josh Lipstone says the same as well, is how many of those extra coverages they are able to sell because of the quote vid, because it allows that person to back up what we just said. So it's not, so in that situation, it may be they think that they're understanding it, but they're not, as opposed to what we're talking about, they maybe did understand it, but they didn't. So.
It basically gives you the opportunity to extend the sales process, because you've got 20 minutes before somebody's brain just melts and falls out their ear, and then with the, and this is content, whether it's a video proposal, whether it's a video on YouTube, whether it's a blog, just somebody having the ability to sit down and consume information either before or after in a controlled environment where they're not, where they are in control of when it happens and how it happens.
Right, so they control the pace. Yeah, absolutely, absolutely.
Michael, thank you, you're a smart man. We're gonna play a little game. Everybody pull out your phone. If you don't pull out your phone, you're not gonna have, the entire hour is gonna not make any sense to you, so. If you're looking for health insurance, what's one of the biggest health insurance companies in the country? Anybody? Easy, Todd, one at a time. Blue Cross, all right, that's one. Give me another one, not United though. That's a good one. Try one more. There we go, all right. Now, in your phones, we're looking for health insurance. Oh, these are two great companies. Now, in Ohio, where I'm from, Cleveland, Blue Cross is called Anthem. So if you type in your phone, Aetna versus Anthem, hey, I'm trying to figure out which one of these insurance companies is right for me. I don't know who Joey is, but I know Aetna and Anthem. So type in Aetna versus Anthem and see what happens. That guy looks familiar.
Aetna versus what?
Anthem. Anthem Blue Cross Blue Shield. It is my face. That's pretty cool. So if you're looking for health insurance and you're trying to consider those two companies, who are you gonna call? And so we spent the last couple of days kind of talking about different ways to do things, but I think what people get caught up on is they look at it as some sort of threat or replacement to the things that have worked.
Sure.
And in reality, the way I look at it is it's just a way to amplify the things that you're already good at.
Sure.
And it's funny you say that. So obviously, as we're doing this, I
Yeah.
don't know if we're doing a video or a podcast.
You never know. It's always content. I mean, it's just, who knows?
So something that I have not done is
Yeah.
this, and one of the things that I think is probably the coolest about it, and I think will be the most rewarding, is I love a cold call. I love to prospect and cold call.
Which most people don't.
I love to do
Yeah.
it. Absolutely love it. So once you have this sort of content out there, then you can start vetting yourself even more
Yeah.
in the courting process of
Yep.
trying to get new clients.
Next question: How do you do that? Anybody? How does that happen? To Michael's point, you've got to put yourself out there so they can vet you. 70% has to start somewhere, and that's where it starts. So that's kind of what we're going to break down, because it's actually a lot easier than you think. The bigger challenge is, are you willing to do it?
The first thing is going to be, you know, your presentation, Jason's presentation.
Well, thanks, Bill. The check's in the mail. I
That's right.
appreciate
That's
that.
right. But no, really, because we've been talking about that and how important it is. What's out there now to help you get in front of new clients,
Yeah.
bring them in. Then how do you keep them there and grow with them?
Yeah.
And that's two different approaches, two different thought processes actually. And so that they're going to hear from you guys about that. So I think that's critical. And then the panel, we've got some people coming in that'll be joining you guys and talk about some of the tools that are out there now to help the agents communicate with, work with, grow with their clients. That's new technology. And,
Yeah.
and you know, it's either grab onto that rope and let's go, or you're going to get left behind. I mean,
Yeah.
we all know that
Yeah.
at this point.
Biggest question that I always get is, what's the ROI? We'll just get that out of the way right kind of from the get-go here. Does this actually work? Why am I going to waste my time doing this? Joe, you're crazy. Like, why are you even here? So total, all in, start to finish, posted on the website, about half a day's worth of work. So everybody says, I don't have time to create this content. I can't do this. This is crazy, Joe. You're out of your mind. I'm wasting my time. So the question becomes to you, what can you spend 4 hours on that 76,000 people are going to see? You can't make that many phone calls. I was like, dude, Evan, like, you just I was like, my mind is blown now, you know, so.
Well, and the thing is, a lot of times it's easier to show people something
Yeah.
as opposed to getting them to buy into it.
Right.
So if I can essentially be a beta tester for the agency,
Yep.
and then you can see the results, then they're sold.
Yeah.
And for larger agencies with a dynamic of producers from 25 to 70, I mean, it's kind of hard to get everybody on board.
Once they see and they'll see the numbers and be, hey, what's Evan doing? They'll start asking, right? And it's like, well, here's what they'll want to know. And be like, dude, you got to hook us up with whatever's going on there.
Right.
To kind of answer your question of what is the closing rate, right? If I can sell them, if it's like somebody that is not Medicare or Medicaid, if it's somebody in Ohio, and I've actually got a company, because health insurance, I don't want to kind of go into that. Closing rate is somewhere around 95%. It's like an assumed. That's the other thing too. We started with, I just need to bother you for a minute of your time. They're basically closed before they pick up the phone. That's the power of developing that relationship where they want it.